opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services, Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the comments up here. Randy the Macho Man Satterley, the first one to chime in tonight. And the only one. I don't know what we're going to have in here tonight. And it's one of those nights I almost don't care. It has been a long, busy day. This is the pre. I didn't even really see much of how Bob advertised this show tonight. Something about me having my first ever Mexican meal tonight. Could be some truth to that. Let's see. Y'all knew the rules of the show. Live interactive show. If you have a membership, we answer your questions for you. If you make a donation, we answer your questions for you. If you don't, we ignore you. And that's how the show goes. So now you know how it works. And we got a few families. We're trying to get some help here tonight. We will announce those families need a little bit of help. Nobody with anything monstrous tonight going on. And we will address that here in a little bit. But it has been a long day for me. I've been up since 7:45 this morning. Had to get some pre-holiday work done. And then had dinner with some friends, family, and high school friends at a Mexican restaurant tonight. And got back just a tad bit earlier. Well, but you're still not a member and you still haven't donated. So thank you. So, but other than that, we will address your questions. We will get to the point that we announce those few people that are needing some help. There is a typhoon going on in the Philippines right now where Mayla Lee lives. She's in the chat room right now. She says they're not even allowed to leave the house, it appears. And so, like I said, we'll address all that stuff as we go forward. And if we made $60 to $80 tonight, I'd be thrilled because we got a few families just needing a little bit of help each direction. There, what's going on, Bobby?
Mr. Bolin, do you like the meme for tonight?
Yeah, I wish Timmy John were still around.
Yeah.
But no, let's not push it that far. Let's not push it that far. As a matter of fact, I swear to God.
Wish is a strong word.
I swear to God, to whatever mythical being that you all believe in. And God be with you. I saw a guy tonight.
And with you.
He walked by our table. And I looked at Chris and I said, Chris, did you see just what walked by? He looked at me and said, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I said, if Timmy John has a brother, he just fucking walked by. He was because Timmy, if you put a sombrero on Timmy,
brother.
If you put a sombrero on Timmy John, well, if he had a brother that spoke to him, if you put a sombrero on Timmy John, and I got pictures of him in them when he started trying to deport Mexicans out of his neighborhood, not knowing that his biological father was Mexican, which caused us not to speak anymore. Because we had to drive out to Carrollton and have a sit-down dinner with him free of charge at one of my sponsors to reveal to him what his situation is and as to who his father is that we've known since 2012 and didn't tell him was about the dumb fuck might commit suicide or something. Maybe I should self-deport, man. Well, maybe he did. We can only hope.
Timmy Juan.
Yeah, exactly. So late into our dinner tonight, and we had a marvelous waitress, by the way. I'm blanking out on her name, but she was so much fun, so playful. 20-year-old single mom with a 3-year-old child, but was just didn't put up with any of our shit. Sarcastic as we were, smart girl, and we just had so much fun with her. And turned out she had waited on Chris at like 3 other restaurants, and she knew who he was. But it was the first time she'd met me, and then she kind of saw how we turned out the way we did and all that good stuff. And, well, yeah, Anna, that's what we try to do when we can, as we can. But some of you have gotten carried away and think that I can pay every bill you got, and I can't. And so we can help a little bit here and there as we go, and we try to spread the wealth and make sure everybody gets a little bit of help.
Yeah, the idea is we want to help you, not
help you.
Take
support
over your support.
We'd love to support you. And if 3 of my real good friends out there, now that we can take in as much as $50,000 a year, tax-free, tax-exempt, they can donate to us tax-exempt. If 3 of my friends did that, we could support a lot of you. And I'd love to fucking do it. Because between me, Bob, and Coltrane, and a couple of others that are board members of my charity, we could easily distribute the money, handle it ourselves. And every penny that would come in would go out, unlike a lot of charities. We're not like that. We're not one of those 5%ers. Yeah, we'll send out 5%, keep the other 95% for ourselves. There's a lot of them in the government right now. Matter of fact, I just heard there's a Republican congressman that recently got caught ripping off Medicaid for what was $10 million. Ain't nothing been done to him because he's a congressman, and they're finding loopholes and tricks and bullshit to keep him out of trouble.
Okay. Good luck to you for that.
Did he just tell you to pack your shit and be out of by 5:30? Is that what I heard?
He said if you're still talking to Kenny Bolin at 5:30 in the morning,
well, I think he's safe there.
It'd be the longest show on record. It would not actually.
As a matter of fact, I should have done this name tonight as Hakeem Jeffries Bolin is what I should have done.
Could have.
He went, what, 9 hours a day? That ain't as long as I've done.
No.
But I did. I was going to bring this up, and I'll go ahead and bring it up now. I admire that man unbelievably for being able to do what he did, because people think I can talk, and I can talk. But if you told me, Kenny, we need you to get up there and just keep that shit going for about 9.5 hours. And when you got to do it, you got to keep going. And there's no bathroom breaks either, is there?
No. Once you step away, you're done.
When I did my 13 hours on here live, it was a little over 13. I went 19 hours between bathroom breaks. So that I can do. Still at this age, I can do that. All I need to know is in advance, go to the bathroom before the show starts. And the night that I did the 13-hour podcast and went 19 hours between bathroom breaks, I had 4 sodas, 4 vitamin waters during the show. So that is 12 times, about 15 times 80, about 100 ounces. I drank 100 ounces during that 12, 13 hours. Russo was the last person on that 13th hour. He was an extra added bonus show at midnight because we were supposed to wrap up at midnight. And then Russo writes me, I can do your show at midnight, which is 9 o'clock for him. All right, let's do it. And because we had celebrities on all throughout the day, and was one of the, I wish I could remember how much money we made that day. I'm sure it was good. It was during COVID too, wasn't it? Or there's some reason I was doing that shit.
Yeah, it was during the COVID period.
It was during that era. Let's see. Anna Rose. Hi, Kenneth Bowen. Thank you for helping my brother, sister, and grandfather. You're welcome. We do what we can when we can, but there have been a few of you that write me almost every day or sometimes 2 or 3 times a week and want me to pay everything. And I'm telling you, I wish the hell I could. And if 3 of my old buddies out there that wouldn't miss $50,000 in a fucking heartbeat would like to donate $50,000 each, we could take care of a lot of you for a long fucking time, probably for about 3 years. Right now, just what I can track, we have sent out over $8,000 just in SendWave alone. That doesn't include PayPal. That does not include what Bob sends out. So we're probably well over 10 grand now through half a year. So we'll see how things go in the future. I don't know. That name just don't look real, does it? Hasn't got a membership, hadn't offered to donate, so we'll see how serious they are. And plus, they're in here early. How long has that account been around, Bob? And I'm going to cover this Billy Sellers thing one more time. We're in a bit of a pickle financially because Billy Sellers had agreed to pay $240 for a John Cena autograph picture, which Bob may have uploaded in here today.
I have, yes.
There. Do you know why?
Yes, I do know why, and it's fixed.
All right. So we have the picture that Billy had agreed to buy over 2 months ago. I won't say we trusted him. I trusted him. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, to quote my good friend Pebbles. And so then the month goes by. Kenny, did you get my payment? No, Billy, we didn't get the payment. And then I explained to Billy, you have to send the payment to make the payment. To be the man, you got to beat the man. To make the payment, you got to send the payment.
Yeah.
And then I had some. I didn't get my check, Kenny. Yeah, Billy, you got your check because I got mine. You got your check. Then he claimed banking error. All kinds of excuses. I'll make it next month. All right. Well, next month.
Always an excuse.
Next month rolls around. And I'm just telling you, and y'all judge Billy however you want to fucking judge him. I don't care. It's up to you. But then he writes me. He promised he's going to make good on it at the beginning of this month, which was July the 1st. July the 1st, he writes me, Kenny, did you get the payment? And I'm going, oh, here we go again. So I look at PayPal and there's nothing there. And I look at Venmo, which is the only two ways he sends money. And there's nothing there. I write back, Billy, no. Once again, I'm going to re-explain this to you. To make the payment, you have to make the payment. For me to get the payment, you have to make it. You haven't made it. So now he quits responding to me. And then I said, something's up. So I look at Billy's friends on Facebook. And he's got 93 of them, including me. I look at the 93 pictures, including me. I'm a guy, allegedly. And there were two other guys. There were two other guys on there. And then I'm going, the rest of them are beautiful women. Let me rephrase that. Pictures of beautiful women. And I don't think I'm exposing anything here when I say not a fucking one of those women was in my league. Bob's league, Billy Sellers' league, Randy Macho Man Satterley's league. Name anybody that watches this show, and all these women, based upon our physical looks, probably couldn't have got these women. But Billy, in his divine and borderline mystical way, apparently thought he could. And I'm assuming, so I did a little research just on 10 of them. 10 of the 93, and they all trace back to internet sites owned by men. Go figure. So, well, look who's here. Hey, Kenny, I can still get them.
Billy, you get something the minute you send the money. Not before, not promising, not holding. You send the money.
Appreciate you having a badge.
That's it.
And Bob's calling the shots now because Billy, this is 2 months in a row.
We have spent money out of our own pocket.
We did
to cover things that you said you were going to pay for. That you were going to cover them. We were going to have the money. So Kenny spent it, I spent it, and nothing. So you got to come through, pal. Yeah. This is not anything personal. It's strictly business. If you want something, you pay for it, and you pay for it in advance, and it's not going to be held for you. If somebody else wants it, they can buy it.
Yeah, because now they can get it because we tied it up.
Now we've gone, look, you can't have this. We've got this. We got this. I'll find it. I uploaded it.
But Billy, what irks me is then you blocked me when I called you out, Billy.
You want that? Pay for it. Sorry.
And then you blocked me on Facebook because I called you out, Billy. No, I didn't get the payment because you didn't send the goddamn thing. And you knew you didn't send it.
Nobody wants to fight, Billy. No, I don't want to fight either. But I want you to come through with what you're doing. If you make a promise.
You made a commitment to us. We spent the money because I'll tell you up front. Bob says, no, Kenny, you better wait till you get the money. No, Billy's good for it. He'll do it. Billy wasn't good for it. Yeah, you sent $40, and if you'll remember, you made a $40 donation. You didn't ask for the leash, and I said, Billy, if you pay for the poster, I'm still going to give you the dog leash. I'll count that because the dog leash was a $40 purchase. I said, if you pay for the poster, the $200, which Mr. Cena was kind enough to discount $150 for you because I told him who you were and you were a good guy, and I knew you couldn't afford $350. I said, hey, for this guy, why don't we do him $200? Can we do that? Mr. Cena said, go, okay. And then I told you when you made the $40 donation, because that's what you called it, I said, if you honor your commitment, because you'd already blown us off 1 month, I will throw in the dog leash for free. If you honor your commitment to the poster, which Mr. Cena was kind enough to get us 2 more of. So, yeah, I don't want to fight either. But I don't like being lied to, and Bob really don't like it. So not only do you need to make the commitment, you need to apologize to me and Bob for what you put us through. Because that's money that we thought was coming in that did not. And then you deceived me twice telling me you sent the money when you knew you didn't. So, y'all, I bet you don't want to fight. Well, I'm at the point I almost want to. For a 65 fat disabled man, I'm reasonably tough. Tough enough to handle this situation. But no, Billy, I don't want to fight either. I want you to honor your goddamn word. That's what I want you to do. And if you're not, then you're welcome to go back to that other show and you can get your money from Mick Fleetwood and Stevie Nicks. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, if you want to make good on it, make good on it. If you don't, don't. Somebody on here will buy that poster and make up for what you did not do. And if you want to honor your word, we can do that. No, because you lied to me 3 days ago and told me you sent the payment. Maybe next month? That'd be the third fucking month, Billy. No.
Yeah.
No. I don't want your goddamn money if you're going to make us wait another goddamn month for it after telling me twice you've sent it. Now, if anybody in here thinks I'm being a little hard on Billy, speak up so I can get rid of your ass too. Mountain Dew, Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't like people lying to me, Billy. That's one reason a lot of people aren't on this show, is being lying fucking trolls and not honoring their word, and or being a racist or a homophobe. That'll get you off here real fucking quick. People on here used to donate $300 a month, Billy, every month. But due to their racist and homophobic comments, they're not here no more. So they hang out over on that other show because apparently it's welcome over there. And you're probably still welcome there too. So, well, Alistair, good luck on that. All right.
And get a badge.
No, not maybe next month I can do something. You should have fucking done it this month and not be fucking sending women to 93 fake fucking accounts.
And don't be promising something you can't do.
We warned you before what you were doing. And then you just fucking keep doing it because you think these gorgeous pictures love you. I don't want to fight. Well, I bet you don't. I bet you don't. Well, as you can tell, I do. Because I hate for somebody to fucking lie to me. And when I stick my neck out for you, when Bob warned me, so now Bob looks like a smart guy. I'm the one that looks like a fucking idiot. No, Bob, he's good. No, you got him all wrong. He'll come through. Who's the idiot now? It's me. And I don't like being made a fool out of. But you did it. Congratulations. All right. Hi, Eunice. How's my baby? My son asked me today, he says, do you think Eunice is going to go to college? Is you goddamn right she's going to go to college because I'm going to want to make sure she goes. I'm going to make sure Gwen goes. I said it's $100 every 3 months. 2 months, whatever it is. Yeah, we're going to make sure Eunice gets to go to college if that's what she wants to do. We've done it for Honey Rose. We've done it for Jasmine. We've done it for Cheska. We've done it for a few of them. Some that have already graduated, I forgot about. But hey, Michigan,
we just keep sending them money, but it's okay.
We just keep sending them money anyway.
Hey, should we tell Kenny that we graduated? Nah.
Did I say anything wrong? Michigan Mike, did I say anything wrong? And Michigan was kind enough. Basically made a $70 donation the other day because he donated $35 because Edge Copeland said, I'll double and X amount of donations over the next amount of time. And Michigan Mike donated $35. So that turned into 70. Daniel Emily donated 20. That turned into 40. So thank you, Michigan Mike. We appreciate you, buddy. And those other people that are commenting, you're welcome to get a badge and make a donation if you'd like to help our show out. There's all kinds of ways to donate there. But don't be like Billy and tell me you're going to make a donation for 2.5 months and then not do it. Because that kind of irks me. And then tell me you don't want to fight. And maybe, not even, I'll definitely do something next month. Well, maybe I'll do something next month. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to make good on it. What is today? So, by Monday.
Thursday, July 3rd.
Yeah, it's July the 3rd. How about for the 4th of July you make good on? Zach Meyer. Kenny has beaten former heavyweight champions. I would not look. I pointed out to my waitress today who thought she was tough. I said, hey, there's 3 people sitting at this table. One of them thinks he's tough. The other one used to be. And one of us beat John Cena. Oh, You never beat John Cena. I said, pull out your phone, bitch. I kind of said it like that. I said, bring up John. I said, this isn't Kenny Bolin challenges John Cena. This is John Cena challenges Kenny Bolin. Oh, who gives a fuck if I challenge Cena? He challenged me. And he got a little bit more than he bit off that he could possibly chew. I was a lot to chew, lady. Shut up. Don't even make the joke. Because I made it for you. All right, stop. Don't worry, Dad. I'm doing my best to maintain it. Well, I know you are, sweetie. I know that. Now, I will make sure that if you and Gwen want to go to college, we will make sure you get to go. And plus, your mother's making better money now, supposedly, if they actually fucking pay her. But between what your mother's doing and what we can do on this show, as long as I'm living and breathing and able to talk and yell at Billy Sellers for not honoring his word, then we'll be all right. I want to see if Billy's man enough to say anything, to half-ass even defend himself. I don't want to fight. I've seen that I don't want to fight shit about half a dozen times recently. Jazzy down in Michigan, Mike, I think that's brilliant. And we shouldn't have to pay taxes anymore. All I know is that, and I do want to talk about a little bit about what happened today about this House vote.
The big beautiful bill.
I would like to say what was done was brilliant, but if you have stupid people that worship you, it wasn't that brilliant. It was just because they keep telling, and Trump always looks for a half ounce of truth in every lie he tells. No, we're not going to raise. We're not cutting any Medicare. We're not cutting any Medicaid. It's not going to be raised a penny. Well, he's technically right until 2027, once the midterms are over. The midterms are November of 26. You people that are going to lose your health care, Medicaid, SNAP benefits, which I very well could be one of them. And there's not too many people that qualify better than I do. But he's technically right. You're not going to lose shit. You're not going to have anything raised on you until 2027. And then over the next 10 years, a shitload of you are going to lose it. If somebody figured out that 660,000 people in one district alone in North Carolina are going to lose health care in 2027. 660,000. And Hakeem the Dream Jeffries Bolin went on today and pointed out that in the districts of these people that voted to pass these laws, they just shit all over their fucking own people so that millionaires, because here's two of the things they asked for that y'all may or may not know. They said, will you please put an amendment in here that says that no single mom with children will lose their health coverage and their SNAP benefits, that if they're a single mom raising 3 kids or more, I think it was 3 kids or more, single mom raising 3 kids or more, please put an amendment in here that none of these single moms are going to lose a dime of their SNAP coverage or their health care benefits or Medicaid. Nope, not one Republican voted to do that. So they asked for another amendment. Well, I tell you what, if you don't want to do that, can't understand why. But if you don't want to do that, why don't we make an amendment that we raise the taxes 2% to get it back to where it was during the Bill Clinton era? And apparently the economy was flourishing then. Let's raise taxes 2% on every millionaire making $100 million a year or more. If you were 99 million or less, all your shit stayed the same. Guess what? Not one Republican wanted to tax any of those people making 100 million or more. Why? Because they would rather cater to those that put them in office than to those that actually fucking need the help. The 80% of us real people, there's probably a lot more than that. There's always that 80-20 thing. 80% of us, probably, from what I understand, live check to check. 80% of us. We can't go without a check for 30 days. That's pretty much check to check. 80% of us. But they want to cater to those making $100 million a year or more, especially the billionaires. And the reason why, because those are the people that put them in office, and those are the people that will do everything they can to keep them in office. And those are the people that will spend big money to get them out of office if you don't give us the fucking tax breaks we want. Elon, those people, well, Elon's turned babyface. No, Elon hasn't turned babyface. Elon is only pissed because Trump is threatening to do away with a bunch of his subsidies. which is going to cost him billions. Well, he spent $278 million to get Trump elected. Most Republicans will tell you that Trump does not get elected minus that $278 million. Most of it's spent in 7 swing states, which, if you believe the shit that you read and see, he won all of the swing states. Well, I'm not one of these that screams, he didn't. I haven't seen any evidence that says that he didn't, but he's saying that he won in a landslide, and I don't consider 1.3% of the vote, of the popular vote, a landslide by any stretch of the imagination. Half of the fucking country hates your guts. The other half of the country, well, we'll say a third of the country loves you. And the other portion of that half thought you were going to try to help them in the economy. And you haven't. You fucked everybody. So that you could cater.
What is the price of eggs now?
What's that?
What's the price of eggs right now?
Well, according to him, gas is under $2 a gallon.
Yeah,
Now I did get some eggs for $2.99 a dozen recently, and I bought 2 dozen, and they're going to last me a long time because I only eat 2 eggs at a time. And I swore I'd never pay $2.99 for eggs, but I realized that if I ever wanted to have eggs again, that's what I was going to have to do, is to do that. But it wasn't that long ago I was going to Aldi and getting eggs for 89 cents a dozen. But he's claiming now that eggs are 89 cents a dozen. I'd like to know where the fuck that is. And he's claiming that gas is under $2 a gallon. I want to know where the fuck that is. It ain't. But there's a lot of people going on the news today saying that gas is cheaper now than it was in 2021. When Biden, and I made a careful point to notice this, in Louisville, Kentucky, the day that Biden left office, gas in Louisville, Kentucky was $2.29 to $2.49 a gallon, depending where you went. Today, we had some stations going anywhere from as low as $3.19 to as much as $3.79, depending where you went. That is not $2.19, $2.29, or $2.49. It is not. Not even close. Now, fortunately, I get $1 discount a gallon every time we go to Costco because of us being some type of superior members. We get to shop an hour early. We get to shop an hour later. We get to do all kinds of cool shit. And then, fortunately, we get $1 off a gallon when we buy our gas. Well, there was a point in time when Biden was in office that gas would be $2.29 at Costco, but with our discount, it was $1.29. Bob, have you ever got to fill your car up for $1.29 a gallon since Bill Clinton was in office? No. Well, I can't do that now either. Now we still get a pretty good discount. And I think today I paid, what was it? Because I could have put premium in mine. So it was at Costco, it was $3.9. So $2.19, but that was with a fucking $1 discount at Costco. So no, I don't know where in Duluth, Alabama, he's getting $1.98 a gallon gas, but I ain't seen it. And I looked at Gas Buddy, and they fucking couldn't find it. But because Trump says it, stupid people believe it. Stupid people. The same people that are going to think their Medicare, their Medicaid, their food stamps ain't going to go anywhere because it ain't until 2027. Well, most of us plan on being alive in 2027. I'm one of them. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to be, but I plan on it. And I don't want my shit cut in 2027.
Gas prices here, lowest, according to Gas Buddy, $2.46 a gallon at Sam's Club. That's with us, but you have to have a Sam's Club membership.
And Sam's got to be a member. This is like Costco, Yeah.
Chevron's got it for $2.49. Here in Northridge.
And you would think Texas would have it as cheap as anybody, I would think.
You would think.
Now look up California's prices and tell me what you find.
Well, let's just say
it ain't going to be Texas prices.
No.
And they got an ocean right by there. I mean, y'all got a Gulf, but they got an ocean right by. You think it would be fucking difficult to get cheap gas brought into California, but due to taxes and all that shit.
Yeah. The cheapest price in California, anywhere in California, according to Gas Buddy, is $3.51 a gallon in Coarse Gold, California. Where
I have seen it higher than that in California. I've seen it higher.
Oh yeah, that's the cheapest anywhere in the entire state.
$3.51. What appears to be the average in California? Don't give me the cheapest, but give me what the commoner has to pay.
I don't know. Let's see.
Just look up Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco and tell me what you come up.
All right, Los Angeles, the average price is $4.77 a gallon.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Yeah.
That sounds more like it. So, Eunice, someday I will be in a row. Honey, I don't know if I know what that means. What do we got here? They're going to pin it on Dems. Well,
they'll say, oh, look, the Democrats voted against whatever.
529 in downtown San Diego.
Wow. And that's not premium gas. That is regular.
Regular unleaded. And the premium, by the way, folks, because in case you don't know, because I do, my car only takes the good shit. Many days I wish it didn't. I have to pay $1 more a gallon than everybody else. Thank God for that Costco fucking discount.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. I have to use premium gas.
Well, yeah, being in a Porsche, I would hope so, yeah. So in other words, about $6.29 in downtown San Diego for the good shit.
Yeah.
But,
so I'm not driving to downtown San Diego anytime
when Bob's down there basically getting water prices for his gas, they got to pay $6.29 in fucking downtown San Diego. Bob can walk in, fill her up with gas, and let me go spend some real money on some bottled water, because the water is going to cost more per gallon.
Barely
per gallon. Well, I got that off my chest too. Where'd Billy go? Billy ain't got anything more to say? Maybe, Billy. You should be ashamed of yourself, but apparently you have not. I won't fight. Well, yeah, you do. So no, you ain't going to get no dog leash until you honor the rest of what you said you were going to do. I don't hand out fucking grand prizes for everybody that makes a donation here because we're fucking trying to feed people. That's why we do the show. Now, you may not give a shit, but most of us do. Jazzy Jana does. Michigan Mike does. Adam Copeland does, who matched everybody's fucking donations in here the other day. That was very kind. He didn't have to, but he did. So, and I don't know if we got one donation in here tonight. I guess better look. Because I wonder if Billy Sellers donated anything. Bob, you want to bet on that?
I would bet that the odds are about the same as the Colorado Rockies running the table and winning.
I got a steal. You know who's calling me on my phone? Karen McDonald. I'm sitting here doing a show, and that weasel is trying to call me. Where's decline? Karen, hang up, you stupid fuck. I'm doing a goddamn show.
Maybe he's calling to pay you the money he owes you for that. Did he ever pay you for that, Ellie?
No, he didn't.
Maybe that's
Karen McDonald ain't no better than Billy Sellers. He's owed me a bet for a year. He keeps calling it donation. You tried to call me during the show, you moron. And didn't even pay the money you owe me? If you'd have paid me the money, and I told you, when you pay, don't you call it a fucking donation. Can you all tell I'm in a 4th of July mood tonight, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, the fireworks are not going out outside.
No, they're going off inside where they're going. Jasmine is not feeling good today, but she did go get her paperwork for her graduation. So good to hear that. Pocket dial, Bob. He accidentally pocket dialed me during the show.
Of course he did.
Jesus fuck. Pocket video dial. How the fuck do you do that? He's full of dog shit. Does anybody come on a show and not lie to me that owes me money?
Well, not that.
Mylene said thanks for the help we gave her the other day. You're very welcome, Mylene.
Come on, Mylene.
Very strong rain here. Scooby's very hungry because rice is empty. Please help. That's from Jeanette.
Well, guess what?
Guess what? I don't think we got. I'm looking. Let's see if we got anything. You got money. We have. I already know. Michael Ryder has sent another $25. $25 challenge for Mike. He sent 35 Tuesday night. Thank you, Michael. He has issued a $25 challenge. Well, if we could get 3 people to match what he did, we can get these people some help tonight. Zach Bonifer, what are you going to do? Fireworks not going off. Well, I don't know what these guns got left in them, but it's enough for Billy Sellers and Karen McDonald at the same fucking time. You know why? Because they both owe me money. That's funny. Karen owed me $200. He paid $100 of it. Then he claims he sent me $25 2 or 3 months ago. I never saw it. A lot of people are pretty good at sending me money that I don't get.
It's amazing how that works.
It's amazing how that works. And then you pocket video. Bob, have you ever pocket video dialed anybody?
No.
I didn't think so. All right. Oh, Eunice's mother got her tablet laptop thing that we helped them get.
Did she get a paycheck?
We helped them with half of it.
Yeah,
apparently so. Apparently she did, or she couldn't have paid her half.
So there you go.
Yeah, we paid for half of it. I told her that was the deal. Look at Mom. She's very happy. Received her tablet today. My son reviewed it, and he's the computer expert. The first 3 or 4 they looked at apparently was crocs of shit. I said, well, rate them for me, Chris. Break them down to a stupid man. Dan Limley, I just sent you $35 million. Why? Well, life just got a lot easier for everybody if you did.
Yeah.
I bet he didn't. Daniel Limley, he's a little off. He didn't send $35 million, but he did send a $20 check.
Well, thank you, Daniel.
Well, that's more than Karen McDonald or Billy Sellers sent me tonight. So we're heading in the right direction. Thank you, Daniel. He got me all excited there.
At least he got you laughing.
Should I block Lemley
for lying? He lied to you, so
for being 34 million and some shy of that. Oh, and Bob, I sent Bob the letter for this lady that I've been fucking around with for 4 months. Bob, is that or longer?
It's getting right up there.
Yeah, she was going to send me $750,000 because she watches the show and we love what we do, and I want to help out. And I'm dying of cancer anyway. My husband's already dead, and we have a trust fund set up, and we would like to send you $750,000. So of course, immediately when someone reaches out to you on Twitter and wants to send you $750,000, you just believe that right off the bat.
Oh, absolutely. Why?
She was apparently, according to her page, from Canada. But she doesn't let you leave comments on any of her Twitter shit. Well, so she contacts me in my inbox, and I'm gonna expose her eventually. So I go to her Twitter page, and you cannot leave a comment on anything she posts. That's what that's gonna be. So I messed with her for the better part of 4 months, and I sent Bob the first emails.
Her,
her could be, might not be, could be an it, could be a thing. But she, what was this Brinks truck thing with an AOL address?
No, Brinks not the truck. Brinks International, the banking part
Brinks
of it.
International
with an AOL. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the truck company that was going to bring me.
Well, I think
money.
They're all part of the same thing, right? But yeah, Brinks International with an AOL address. Sure, absolutely, no problem.
Zach Bonifer is in a bicentennial mood. Zach Bonifer has made a $17.76 challenge.
Thank you for Zach.
Bicentennial baby. That's the Big Bad John donation. Bicentennial. Did you see the bicentennial picture I made of the
bicentennial beans?
Bicentennial beans. I kind of like that when I came up with it. Bicentennial beans. I don't think she knows anything about the 1776 heritage that goes along with that, but
probably not. No.
So Bob helped me with some math here. We did not get the 35 million. Jazzy Janet is correct. Even 1 million would have been nice. We could have probably just shut the show down and took a couple days off. So we got 25 from Michael Ryder, 20 from Daniel Limley, and 17 from. So where do we stand? 1776 from.
60, we're at about $62.
62. Can we get to 100 tonight? If we get to 100, because Bob, 28. Is that what I owe you for the electric bill?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, Bob, 28. So 28 comes up because he took care of that before the show. I took care of about 3 different people before the show tonight. Bob going, where'd that money come from? Yeah, I'm asking. Actually, my boss paid me a day early today, and I wasn't looking for that.
Well, because probably
paid me a day early. Wasn't that nice?
Taking the day off tomorrow. So, at least he didn't let you wait.
The day off today, you just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
No, I know. I made a lot of calls today. I didn't get any positive results in California, mainly because of gas prices. Speaking of gas prices, I guess we can take that down. Put that up. Who thinks that we need to send Lemley a bill for $35 million to take him to court? He's probably got it.
You know what? That's a binding verbal
That's a
contract.
binding verbal agreement right there, according to our resident attorney. I hate Bob Hazelwood.
Exactly.
There it is. Well, I won't hate you as much if you give me a chunk of that 30, and you know your percentage. 33% of 35 million ain't bad money if you can get it. Jansen Janet was very correct. He could offer, well, do 2 million because that way, if we pay taxes on it, then we still get $1 million or a little bit over. And with me being tax exempt, but I think we're only tax exempt up to 50 grand, right?
No, it's just that when you get over 50 grand, the tax
different
paperwork, the IRS part.
More. See, I thought we were limited to 50 grand.
No, it's just that if you get in more than that, your tax reporting requirements get a lot more.
Well, we can hire somebody to do it if we get a lot.
Yeah, we could pay them $50 to do our books.
All right, Lemley, we'll go ahead and send the 35 million. Go ahead.
See,
I didn't want it first.
Genesis 2 would be okay.
I didn't. Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah.
So see, Dan, you just saved $33 million.
You saved $33 million.
That's Republican math. You promised 35. We're only going to ask for 2. Republican math.
We just got $33 million off the deficit right there, just like that.
Exactly.
Because see, the money we were going to spend, we ended up not spending it, so we saved that from the deficit. I'm shocked we didn't hear that today in one of these closing statements from Michael. What's that little speaker's name? That little howdy doody looking motherfucker.
Mike Johnson. Yeah.
I'd like to smack the Bible right out of his ass. Oh, you know what he said today that burnt me up? And this is coming from an agnostic. He said that we've heard a lot of scripture quoted here today, most of it taken out of context. We're talking about Hakeem Dream Jeffries quoting scripture. Most of it, also his scripture quotings are all just fine, but you let a black man talk some, quotes a little Martin Luther King, and all of a sudden his shit's out of context, and we should pay no attention to his scripture quotes. What a racist ass thing for a little howdy doody looking motherfucker to say. I so desperately wish I was in Congress or a senator.
Well,
to get to that little puppet, set that little fucker on my lap, jam my hand up his ass, and make him say the things he should say about what he's done to the fucking American people. That's what I'd like to do. Bob, I'm in a mood tonight, man. I'm in a mood.
Yeah, well, we got a donation from Armando Morales who wants to know, what is your favorite Mexican dish, Mr. Bolin?
The girl that was serving me tonight.
Zelina Vega.
That would be my favorite. That'd be among my favorite dishes right there.
Yeah, she's Mexican, but yeah.
Tonight, I got a trifecta tonight because Tim Kalin, my dear high school friend from the class of '79, he gave me half of the food he didn't eat. My son gave me half of the food he did. He got some type of chicken enchilada rice thing that was. And he gave me his. I didn't ask for it, but they just gave it to me. They said, "Well, it'll give you a lot of meals over the holiday break." It's okay. And I got a big beefy burrito with the turismo or something like that on it. I get the same thing every time I go. So I got all three. But I guess my favorite Mexican food is just the biggest, baddest ass beefy burrito with all the fucking extras you can jam in it. I'm a big burrito fan. God, name me some Mexican dishes, and it's hard to name me something I don't like that's Mexican.
My favorites are the chicken enchiladas with the sour cream sauce.
Those are good.
Of course, fajitas are always, that's more Tex-Mex than Mexican.
Oh, that's what my friend Tim had. He had a bunch of fajitas, and I got the wraps in there, and I guarantee I got 6 meals in the microwave right now.
Quesadillas are always good.
Quesadillas are great.
Like you said, the burrito, but
macked out burritos.
That tends to be more.
My burrito is so big, I get 3. My burrito is so big, I get 3 meals out of it.
Birria tacos. What is birria?
You got to help me out on that one. I don't know anything.
I don't know what is.
Well, I love a real good taco, but once again, I want it loaded. I want lots of beef, cheese, lettuce, tomato, onions. I want a loaded motherfucking taco.
Birria is, according to the food, birria is a popular dish from Mexico, spread to the U.S. and beyond. What is it? It's a flavorful stew served with a braising liquid, many styles, blah, blah. I don't care about Hernan
My burrito
Cortez.
had a braising liquid on it tonight.
All right, so it's made from goat meat, beef, cow's head, and mutton.
I probably didn't need to know any of that.
Yeah.
That'd probably make me not eat as much.
Different regions. So
And when you see a man
Moscata,
named Armando Morales, it should have hit me right again. Well, I can see why it didn't even dawn on me, but he would probably know a little something about Mexican food.
you think so, yeah?
So Armando,
Tacos.
I'm going to make this easy for you. Look up El Mariachis in Louisville, Kentucky. Look up El Mariachis in Louisville, Kentucky, and look at their menu. And they have some great stuff, and they are authentic Mexican. Very rarely do you get a server over there that speaks English, but the girl tonight was a 20-year-old single mom with a 3-year-old girl. Beautiful, beautiful little lady. Sassy as shit. Christopher made a reference to me about being fat, and she says, and she leans over to Chris, she says, don't you ever refer to your father as a fat fuck. You fat. She called Chris a fat fuck. And Christopher goes about 230 right now. I looked at Chris, I said, you just got your ass put in your place, son. He made fun of me about not having any teeth. And she said, well, he could get dentures. Where are you going to get a personality? I said, holy
Ouch.
shit. Holy shit. Oh, he fell in love.
Not the only thing.
He fell in love with her because he was giving him all of his shit back at him.
The food was not the only thing burning over there. Wow.
Oh, the food was spicy and the waitress was spicier. Oh, and it cracked him up because he was just giving us all of our shit right back at us. Hi, Gwen. And yes, Gwen, once we get you through high school, we're going to get you into college too. If it's $100 every 3 months, we'll figure out a way. And we did get Gwen her nebulizer, her inhaler, 2 fans for her and Eunice. They needed little mini fans so they can kind of stay cool during school. We've actually gained viewers, Bob, as late as it is. This is basically our late. We hadn't gained any donations, but we did gain some viewers.
Yeah. Well, we did get a little bit of a later than normal start tonight. So I assume some folks, and I didn't get the show put together till like.
Well, I also say your worthless ass never pays off your debts either.
Oh, gosh.
He says, you say I never watch your shows. Pay your fucking debt, little bitch. Say I don't ever respond to people who watch my show. I just did. All right.
Exactly.
Man, y'all getting a hot show tonight. I just got a message from a person that lives in California. I'll give his name, Jaden Drago. He's in the wrestling business. And he says, yeah, fuck Mike Johnson. He must be watching the show. Fuck Mike Johnson. I'm with you, Jaden. Nice to see. Yeah, he just sent me Eminem apparently eating fucking Trump alive. Apparently, there's a shitload of 4th of July protest of our anti-Trump things going on tomorrow as he signs the big, beautiful bill. No, fuck Mike Johnson. I would, if there is a God, he will give me 5 minutes alone with Mike Johnson in a little padded room. Padded so we don't crush the guy's skull. 5 minutes with a little miniature Mike Johnson. That's what people I start calling him, little miniature Mike Johnson.
Mini Mike.
Mini Mike, the little fake-ass Christian. I don't mind you. And I'll say it right now. Paul Bearer loved him to death. Paul Bearer was as religious and as decent and as good a man as ever fucking lived. And I remember when he passed away, me and my son were both crying in the car. And he says, Dad, I hope he's right. I said, right about what? He said, about God, about Jesus, pearly gates. I said, well, if anybody deserves to go there, because he lived it. Every fucking inch of it. He was as kind and as sweet. I ain't saying he didn't probably do a couple of wrestling ribs along the way. Fuck, they all do. But he was just a decent fucking human being. Probably one of the kindest men I ever knew in wrestling was Paul Bearer. And probably hit me as hard as any death we've ever had because I just thought the world of him. And he used to call me, even going back to 2012, 2013, when I got out of the hospital with congestive heart failure, he was among the first to call me. And Cornette used to be so jealous that Percy Pringle or Paul Bearer or William Moody, whatever you called him, we always called him Paul. That's who he was to us. I didn't call him anything else. Paul, you know. And When you got that many names, pick one, you know?
Right.
And we were driving home once. He gave me and Chris a ride home from OVW. He was there as an agent. And he's giving us a ride home, and we make a right at the Jewish Community Center. So we make a right, and then Chris just lives down the road a little bit. We're going to drop Chris off, and he's going to take me home. And we're about a mile away from a funeral home. And I'll try and do my best Paul as I possibly can. Oh, yes, I smell it. I smell it. And we look at him and go, what do you smell? And I know I'm going to say it wrong, as I always do. Whatever they embalm people with.
Formaldehyde, yeah.
Formaldehyde, okay. I never say it. I call it formaldehyde or whatever. I always say it wrong. But that's what he smells. And I look at Chris and I said, is there a funeral home around here? He said, there's one right up here on the left-hand side of the road. He said, just as you get to my street, that's the funeral home. We were a mile away. And Paul's never been there. Oh, yeah. And he just went into character, and because he hadn't been in character since he'd been down here. Right. You know, he just fucking William Moody. And then all of a sudden he goes into character about a mile from Chris's house. And I looked at him and said, I didn't know there was a funeral home there. And he said, yeah, right up around the corner. And he knew the name of it and everything. And he says, oh, I smell it. And he could, from a mile away, he could smell that. And he had no clue where we were. He had no clue there was a funeral home. This was long before your phones told you everything that was in the neighborhood. GPS was me and Chris telling him how to get to where the fuck he lived. Or where Chris lived. None of the GOP lives in the Bible, and it pisses me. Well, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. And I got all the respect in the world for, like I said, I don't believe a bit of it. But that's fine. I don't have to. And I don't put my shit off on you guys. You all don't put your shit off on me. So many religious people I know, Jason Sanderson, who's a Catholic priest up north, invited me to be in those legend shows. Knowing I was agnostic, just made fun of me up there the whole time I was there. Passed the offering plate around. You got Coco Beware and Ox Baker and all these people up there, and Tito Santana, and just passing the offering plate around. And I'm sitting with Tito, Ox, Butcher Vashon, and a couple of others. And they're passing the offering plate around, and Jason Sanderson, who's the minister, and there's 150 people in there. Now make sure when you pass the offering plate, don't let Brother Bolin touch it. We're trying to make money here today. Oh, shit. But he called me out. So Tito was the one that took it to pull the plate away from me when it was being passed down. Tito Santana made sure that I didn't dip into the pot, so to say. So that was pretty funny. And of course, Coco and I had known each other for quite some time, and Ox and I had a tremendous time. But no, if you live it, man, at least I can respect you for that. And if I thought Mike Johnson was remotely living, but he's not. He's not. They're picking and choosing shit to get that part of the base with them. But when that part of the base is as cruel as they are about wanting to cause so much harm to migrants, they're fucking people. Who gives a fuck? They're people. They're human beings. And you're wanting to arrest single moms in front of their kids? Well, and now they want to deport the people that were born here and the kids that were born here, all in the act of cruelty, because there is a certain market in that Republican bunch that loves fucking cruelty with a passion. And if that's who you are, fuck you. I don't want you near me. I don't want your money. I don't want anything to do with you, because you're not my kind of people. And there's no working with you. I mean, I get, Anthony Scaramucci's a Republican. If I thought there was an ounce of that in him, I wouldn't let him hear me. And he knows that. And I told him the other day when we were chatting back and forth is that he's predicting, and I called him out on this just a couple of days ago on Twitter. He's predicting that who's that former judge in New York, Cuomo? Not judge, but governor.
Yeah.
He's predicting that Cuomo is going to stomp the new guy's ass. So the one that's got all the young people around him. What's his name? Socialist.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Good luck. I can't do it either. Don't have to. But he's got some shit going on. He's got the young people behind him. He stomped the shit out of them in the general. So now Cuomo thinks he's going to go third party.
Yeah. Zoran Mamdani.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter. So, but Scaramucci went on Twitter and predicted that he said Cuomo's a good man. I said, I disagree. I said, good men do not do the shit that he's done. I said, good men do not have 20-something people accusing you of sexual harassment. Good people don't do that. I said, so I'm going to disagree with you on that. And I hope I didn't jeopardize Anthony coming on the show. But Anthony and I have disagreed before. And he worked for Trump first time I had him on the show. And I think I will get respect from Anthony where he tells me what a great guy Cuomo is. I disagree. He's not a great guy. And yeah, he's a Democrat, but he's a shit Democrat. And I got no use for them either. And Mayor Adams, fuck him. He's a fucking crook. He's a Democrat. Fuck him. He's a fucking crook. I don't want anything to do with him because he gives our party a bad name. Senator Menendez, Democrat, fucking crook. Fuck him. Get rid of him. Gives the party a bad name. Now with Republicans, fuck, they'll go after them. They'll recruit them. They're trying to recruit Cuomo. Oh, fucking sexual harassment? Yeah, that's our guy. Look at Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Got called out for being a sexual predator on his babysitters and his nannies. And then what did he do? He didn't deny it. Yeah, I wasn't a saint. There's probably more allegations coming. Well, when you know you've done more, yeah, I guess that's an easy prediction to make. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. Comes from a Democratic family, and they don't want nothing to do with him because he's a piece of shit. His own family don't want nothing to do with him. Fuck him. Gives the party a bad name. That's why the Republicans had to get him. So it seems to me the minute you're involved in sexual assault, sexual harassment, conning poor people out of money, Republicans love you. Well, you're not my kind of people. And then use the Bible to try to justify your shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'll stack my shit up against yours any day. I'll stack what good I've done up against yours any fucking day. I'm looking at the camera. I don't do that often. All right. Jazzy Jana going, Kenny could brush his language up.
She's probably got a filter on her.
I hope she does. I hope she's got one.
Turns all your bad words into nice words. Be a very busy filter.
If you pinned a red R and stick it back of shit, Republicans will vote for it. That's from Jaden Drago. I didn't know if Jaden and I lined up politically or not, but apparently we do. Thank you, Jaden. We know how we feel about Mike Johnson. Let's see here. These are some pretty fucking good promos. In my opinion, these are some pretty good fucking promos not to be getting any more donations coming. Not a one.
I think.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a little something. Bondos Ottoman sent $12. Now I've seen that name before. Who is that?
It's
long live the king. Long live the king. All right. Well, that's the goal. That's the goal. Where's that put us, Bob? His $12.
At more than we had last time.
Oh, you're just gonna be a smart ass now, huh?
I didn't write it down. That's my fault. Let me get them here. All right.
I agree with you. That's more than we had a few minutes ago. I'll go along
All
with
right.
it.
So we got 17.
Or anything.
All right. We had 35 million from Daniel Limley.
Oh, that is Jaden Drago that made that donation. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I hope I gave you your $12 worth, Jaden.
All right. Jaden Drago, $12.
Yeah, that was nice of him. Appreciate that.
1776.
That was Bonifer. That was Zach
Bonifer. Yeah. Daniel Lindley gave $2 million.
Well, they saved $33 million is what they did.
They did.
Yeah. Just nearly wiped the deficit out by not having to spend that $33 million.
So we had 20 from somebody, 25.
I've heard that one, Jazzy Jana. Yeah. Oh, I've heard some Bible thumpers lay some tongue lashings on me before. I've heard them. I don't know where that Mexican waitress was we had tonight, but she was only 20 years old, but she wasn't taking no shit off anybody. I'll tell you that, including me or my son. Oh, Lord. I'm glad he did the show tonight. It pumped a little life into me I didn't have. I'm going to be honest with you, Bob. You don't know how close I was to contacting you and say, Bob, this baby's yours tonight. Get us some money. You need that. You need that $28. Go get it yourself.
Yeah. Here, folks, don't donate to any of those that are on Kenny's side. Let me change the background to put my PayPal up there.
There you go. There you go. The let's see, Jade. So where do we stand total wise now?
So we had $20 from
25 from Michigan Mike.
Right.
20 from Daniel Lemley, 17 from Zachary Bonifer, and 12 from Jaden Drago.
All right. So not 33 million from.
See who I need to beg some money from.
29.76, 49.76, $74.76.
If we could get a grand total of $25, and then I'll go 15 more minutes. That'll be over
$25.24 is what we need to get to 100.
25, 24?
25, right. 24.
Maybe two of you can help us out with that.
Yeah.
$12.50 each should get us there. $12.75 each should get us there.
Yeah.
Who can help us out? And that'll get us right where we need to be.
Well, we do have $5 in the room from Armando too, so we can count that.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
So
yeah,
we just need $20.
We'll get that July the 21st is when we get that.
But it's still a donation, so
still a donation. No, I'm wrong. We get that August the 21st because the July money is already being sent. So any donations made now, we do not get that money till August the 21st. That's how it works. The July money,
a month and a half to get it.
The July money is coming to me. No, I'm sorry. The June money is coming July 21st.
Okay.
This money will come August 21st. Yeah.
Takes them a while.
It takes them a while. Probably so they can earn fucking interest on it and fuck us. Is what I'm figuring.
Yeah, they have to like.
Karen McDonald, who hasn't donated, hasn't paid off his debt, hasn't done shit, has just asked me to go another hour and hasn't even donated and fucking written it.
You know, Karen, to go another hour, you'll have to, 1, pay the bet that you owe Kenny, and 2, make an equal donation of the bet that you owe Kenny.
Yeah.
That'll buy you an hour.
Padres got their ass beat again, by the way.
Yeah.
The Reds have now passed them in the standings. How about the call out of my buddy John Sadak, who says Encarnacion Strand has never hit a grand slam or walked with the bases loaded. And then the Cowboy said, well, that just changed because the next pitch didn't only go over the green monster. It went whatever street is beyond the green monster. That ball is still rattling around out there.
It's still flying now. My Rangers have fallen so far. They're actually behind the Angels now.
You must be mentally ill for talking to me during the show and not paying the money.
I appreciate that.
No, I'm talking about Karen.
I agree with you. I must be.
Karen McDonald's. He wants a show about the Beatles.
About the Beatles?
I'd like for you to pay the money you owe us that you've owed for over a fucking year. How about that? Where'd Billy Sellers go? He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to donate either, did he? Didn't want to pay the money he owed. Where you at, Billy? You got the guts? Come on, Billy. Don't be a coward.
Remember, I'll always be true. There's your Beatles show.
I might donate something next month.
Yeah, I might. And then again, I might not.
Karen says he does have a mental diagnosis. Yeah, well, I'm not going to argue with you. So that's how everybody gets off the hook. Well, I'm mentally ill. You can't hold me responsible for anything I say or do.
Yeah.
I'm mentally ill.
I may have said something, but, I couldn't be held to that.
Yeah, I'd like to try that. That was the last thing. Well, fuck, nobody's even said anything in a while, have they? After 11. That's 7.
Gone.
7 minutes. All right. Well, Bobby, it ain't looking good for the last $25.
Oh, well.
It ain't looking
Sorry, starving Filipinos.
I know two people that ain't doing it. Billy Sellers and Karen McDonald.
They could donate $10.12 each.
I thought
Get us
Billy
to
would be
100.
brave. I thought Billy would be brave. And Kenny, God damn it, sir, let me do something good tonight.
Let me just make it up to you, Kenny, for being.
Man, when you're supporting 93 women, Kenny, it gets hard. Well, I'm sure it does. Sure it does. Yeah, there's a double. What a double entendre? What do they call it? See, I can't get none of my words right tonight.
Could be you're just, mouth fucked, something like that.
I could be mentally ill too.
Well, that's it. That's why you can't be held responsible.
I can't be held
anything that you
responsible
say.
for the things I say or do. I
Well,
probably should have took the sponsor.
I'm gonna add that to the disclaimer.
I hope none of my sponsors are big Mike Johnson fans tonight, or Billy Sellers fans.
We'll add that to the disclaimer.
Or
Kenny
Karen.
Bolin is mentally ill and can't be held responsible for any things that he says.
Nobody gonna be a fan of that. We have a donation. Sydney Martin. That's your buddy, right?
That's the guy that you owe a picture to.
I do owe him a picture. Did we get him to agree to take the Midnight Express picture? Because we got a pretty nice offer on the Steve Austin. And
You know what? I don't know that we ever actually.
Well, Sydney, if you're watching the show, Jaden Drago, motherfuck Mike Johnson. Well, we certainly are in agreement there. Sydney, do you have we got a picture of the Midnight Express picture, right?
Yes, we do have a picture of them.
If I could get him to settle for that, there's Sydney right there.
Thanks,
Sydney.
This one right here.
Would you allow me, in exchange for your donations, because I've got, I think, 2 of those left, maybe 3, counting the one of mine. Would you allow me to send you one of those autographed by Bobby Eaton, Dennis Gunder, Stan Lane, and James Elizabeth Cornett? He didn't sign it, James Elizabeth, but I do have autographs of his that says that. Where the hell's Brandy? Brandy Macho Man Saturday was in here tonight, spoke, and we ain't seen him since. I figured Randy be good for 25. Randy going, bite me. But Sydney, being as you're in the chat room now, would you allow us to send you that? Because we got another person that said they would pay $150 for the Steve Austin picture. But I didn't send it to them because Bob said you offered $80 for it. So I fired Bob, and then we ended up bringing him back.
Unfortunately, brought me back. Yeah,
but that's 5 autographs there instead of 1. And Bobby Eaton, we're not making any more of those. And in all honesty, poor old Dennis, his stand's going to live forever. And Jimmy's too fucking mean to die, so he'll outlive me just out of meanness. So, Sydney, if you would care to comment here in the chat room, if we could do that. That would be a big help to the show, and I'd appreciate it. And if there's anything, I'll get you the boss badge, the BS flag. I'll even throw you in a water bottle.
The boss card.
Yeah, the boss. You'll get the boss card, the water bottle, the BS flag. I got one of those over here. I had to give one of those out at the Mexican restaurant today. They're waving my. Sydney says sure. Now y'all don't think I'm very smart, but I am. Sydney's not happy about that. Sydney, I can, but I don't know how I do it, Bob. He's not happy about that. He's mad at me.
He's steaming over here. You can see that just coming out.
I know that. I hope Sydney
wanted that, Austin. You're going to give me a damn Midnight Express instead.
I know. Goddamn Midnight Express.
I don't want to fight, but okay, whatever.
Fuck it. No, whatever. But if you'll do that for us, Sydney, that'd be great. We'll get you the Midnight Express.
Sooner or later.
Which, by
One
the
of
way,
these days.
Bob paid a lot more than that for his, by the way. Okay, I appreciate that, Sydney. So, yeah, we'll get you the Midnight Express, the BS flag, the water bottle. What else? Oh, and a boss badge.
The boss cards.
The boss card. And we will get you all that. And I will do my best to get that out in the. Sydney's going, sure you will. Even I'm saying.
Okay, Billy Sellers.
He's going out of state for a little bit with some friends of his. But as soon as he gets back in, we'll get that bagged up and shipped out to you. And I'm not mad. I'm well, all right. Well, then now I'm glad I'm wrong. I love being wrong, Bob. I love being wrong. Who else we got? And that was nice of you to get us to our goal number. I appreciate that. Motherfuck Mike Johnson. I'm all in on that. I want 5 minutes with him, Bob. You got any stroke in Congress?
Yeah,
you get
right.
5 minutes with Mike Johnson, and if he can whip my ass, I'll quit podcasting. How about that?
Okay. I'll call him. I'll call
Could
his
be
office tomorrow.
Could be a personal service for everybody involved.
I'll call his office tomorrow.
I'm even going to let Jazzy Jana be my manager just so she can cuss his ass out when I'm done beating his ass. Show him how Bible thumping should be done. Let's see. I'm setting up and trying to install a Google Meet because that is important. Okay. Well, take your time. Get everything done right. Yeah, this is to help Eunice's mother be able to get the much better paying job to work from home. And we found her one for 10,000 pesos. This show covered half of it. And she finally got some of her back pay and covered the other half. And so we're happy about that. Anytime, like Vanessa's situation, we got her in a better situation. Jasmine is getting ready to get a job in the Manila area. Honey Rose is probably about 9 months away from getting a good college graduate job somewhere in the Manila area. Cheska is doing better these days, who is currently in college, but is getting her a better working situation. And we got a couple of others that are trying to improve. Oh, Jin, her birth certificate come in. Now she's got to go get the rest of her paperwork. Glasses, eyeglasses, which are going to run probably about $40 to $60, depending where she goes. And God, what else? She needs something else too. Okay, my mentor called me today, and she's happy to see that I have it right now. She asked me if I have Wi-Fi and headphones. You never fucking do. Well, surely to God, there's some fucking headphones around that house. We bought enough of them. I'm on edge, Bob. I'm on edge. Cussing grown women out now. I know goddamn well Eunice has headphones. Oh, God. She doesn't have one of those things. Let me see what it is. I don't have yet, she said. I must have those because it's good, important. Oh, God. Boy, they just keep dumping some new shit on you every day, don't they? They want her to have a good pair of headphones and some good Wi-Fi so they have a good signal. God knows what that's for. I can't win, Bob. I cannot fucking win.
You know, sometimes you wonder if like these companies have got like stock in something. Hey, you have to buy these.
It makes you wonder.
From,
it sure
is selling the old ones.
I know damn well there's several headphones around that house. Because my clients will base my communication skills and they will rate me.
I mean, same thing we had to do with Vanessa because
when
we
do
had to
you
get noise canceling headphones.
We are running very low on money here, to say the least. Now, I got to edit that because it reported shit I didn't like. Said something about Vanessa.
Now, Vanessa had the same problem, right? She had all those like chickens and roosters going off in the background.
You talking about Vanessa? Yeah, Vanessa had the same shit going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently her stuff works good now. Well, thank you, Sydney. We really appreciate your help. And what time? Well, we've been here an hour and 18 minutes, guys, so I guess we've done all the damage we can do. I'm going to use Eunice's phone, but Eunice's headphone is not compatible. Yeah, that's 11 days away for your payday. Find out how much the headphones are and find out how much the good Wi-Fi is, and we will see what can be done. She ain't going to get the fucking job without it. Oh.
Here's a little carrot. We'll dangle it in front of you. Nope, can't have that one.
That's what they do. That's what they do. They've been piecemealing her on this fucking job for about 6 weeks now. And every time we knock out one thing, they give her something else they fucking got to knock out.
Yep.
So I never dreamed I'd have this much energy tonight. I swear to God, I'm tempted. Bob, take it home tonight. Get your shit in. Because I was that fucking tired. But this what they're doing to the American people, the 80% that can't afford this fucking shit, is terrible. And the reason you know it's terrible, you don't have to listen to the Democrats. Listen to the about 15 Republicans today that weren't going to vote for this until they saw they basically had no choice, that they were going to get primaried by Trump. He called. Oh, did you see that little bitch, Lindsey Graham? Lindsey Graham went in for a meeting because Lindsey wasn't going to vote for it. Goes in for a meeting. Oh, I had a great meeting with Donald. He was just as funny and humorous as ever. And he had me go down to the pro shop and pick out a shirt. And then this other little dipshit from Florida, I forgot his name, Hillman Culbertson, the black man down there, who I can't figure out how a black man in Florida is Republican. I ain't figured that one out yet, but he is. He ended up voting for the bill after knowing he fucked over a large portion of the state of Florida. And then this other guy goes in. He was going to vote no on the bill, but Trump had him in. Well, Trump had me in, and he was just so humorous and funny. And he told me he loves seeing me on TV. And yeah, he signed a bunch of merchandise for me. They called it a swag bag. He actually called it a swag. Yeah, he signed a bunch of merchandise for me. That's the guy, Byron Donalds. And Jazzy Jana, I'm telling you how any black man in the state of Florida could be a registered Republican and then vote the fuck over about 70% of the state is beyond me. But they stand up there and tell the story like they're not going to hurt. No, we're not going to hurt you till 2017. They forget, they're not passing on that part. We're not going to do shit till 2017 after the midterms, and they're hoping people are going to be stupid enough not to know better. The great thing is that Democrats have a year and a half to tell the story. The bad thing is that they got a year and a half to tell the fucking story. A year and a half to put up with this fucking shit. So, I don't know. Any black person? Well, there you go, Janet. You took it a step further than I did, but you're right. It's not like they've lined up to make your life any easier, any Mexican's life any easier. Look at Cubans. They hear socialism and think it's a horrible thing because of how Cuba is. They don't realize it's called social fucking security for a reason. Yeah, we kind of earn it. But then again, if we just save the money ourselves and put it in our own interest-bearing bank accounts, we'd make a lot fucking more. The government makes way more off them than we do, but none of us have the fucking discipline to do that from the time we start working to the time we're retired. Or we'd probably all have a shitload more money. So, I don't know. But yeah, anytime a black, a Mexican, a Cuban, a foreigner in general backs Republicans, I don't know what it is they think Republicans are doing. Unless you happen to be one of those ethnicities that has a lot of money. Because I get why they like them. They want their fucking tax breaks. But no, Elon, I'm almost not totally, Bob, convinced that Elon Musk and Trump aren't working everybody to make them think they're feuding with each other.
It'd be a great angle. The one like it's almost as good as you and Jimmy.
Elon made bank today. He made bank because he's cashing in on all those benefits for cashing in on more than anybody. Now, if Trump really is defunding a lot of his subsidies, I don't think he is. Who else is going to run a space program? Who else is going to do that shit? And if he defunds it,
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that none of them can get a rocket to go up without blowing up half the time.
That's a rocket I don't want to ride on, one that blows up half the time. One just blew up the other day.
Yeah. It's like a 50-50 shot of blowing up.
Well, that's not the rocket I want to be on. What are the odds I die? 50-50. All right, I'll try it. Yeah, I might live. And if I don't, then I'm going to die. I mean, it's a coin toss. My eyes are killing me, guys. I've given you all I've got tonight, folks, but I do appreciate you getting us to our goal. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Kenneth Bell and Elba. Slightly erased my worries about my sister and my brother's needs. It's really difficult to make ends meet. Yeah, I know. It's difficult for us. Like I said, we can't pay everything, but we can help from time to time. But that's as good as we can do, is that we can help from time to time. We can't pay everything for everybody. I wish the fuck we could. Now, like I said, if my 3 friends want to start donating 50 grand a year, we're going to make a lot of these lives a lot fucking easier. That's my promise to you. If I don't do it, Bob will do it. Bob don't do it, Coltrane will do it. Coltrane don't do it, Bob don't do it, and I don't do it. Carrie will do it. I certainly say Carrie's a lot younger than us, but she's only a few years younger. So I better recruit some younger people to be on the board.
There we go.
If we all die today,
Jazzy Jana will take care of it.
Yeah, Jazzy's the only one that's got a key in here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jazzy is the only key.
She's our wrench holder.
Jazzy, that ought to mean something. The only person ever on this show to have a key. That ain't bad. All right. So guys, and all you Facebookers out there and all you Filipinos, don't expect to hear a whole hell of a lot of me, because I am actually going to try to cool out and do some shit over the 4th of July holiday. This is America's birthday. Not that I give a shit, but it is a holiday. 250 years, Bob, is it? 250, 250, what are we?
249 this year.
249. All right. Well, one more. But I will probably not be back around until Tuesday the 7th. Don't see me doing a show over the weekend, but from most out.
You might get lonely. You might get lonely for people who won't donate.
3 hot ass days in Philadelphia. If we could take 2 out of 3 in Philly, you know the Reds have won, I think, 7 of their last 8 series, or 8 out of 9. Yeah. Boston got us, so it's 8 out of 10. Boston got us, but that was a big win for the Reds against the Red Sox yesterday. I see the Rangers are below 500, Bob. What's going on down in Texas? That's a pretty good team to be under 500.
The offense is struggling. I don't know what's going on here. Our pitching is beyond expectations. We've had the best pitching we've ever had, and our offense just can't.
Shout out to Clayton Kershaw, by the way. That was emotional.
3,000 super.
3,000. And now I heard 2 different things. I heard he's either the 3rd person to ever do it with one team, and then I heard the PA announcer say the 5th person to do it with one team. So I don't know which is true. He's only like the 3rd or 4th left-hander to get 5,000. And but that's a pretty amazing thing to see. Even the White Sox announcers on MLB TV, you can listen to about 5 different broadcasts of the ball games. So I listened to the Dodgers. They didn't take a commercial break or anything. They stayed right there with it when he got the 3,000 strikeout. But I listened to the White Sox, and they were just as easily as excited as the Dodgers were, because their player was the guy who struck out for the 3,000 strikeout. So that was pretty cool. And but I am a big baseball fan, and this is the time of year that, the All-Star break's coming up, and it's time to start making your strides. And the Reds are playing some good ball. We're 4 or 5 games above 500, I think. And Ellie De La Cruz is playing some good ball. And we've got a few other players that are really starting to kick in. And we will see the Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates couldn't win a game to save their goddamn lives. They just swept the Mets, and they just beat St. Louis. They might have swept St. Louis too. No, they've taken 2 of the first 3. So the Mets have won 5 or 6 in a row, and they're playing some good ball. Not the Mets, but the Pittsburgh Pirates. When you sweep the Mets and take 2 of the first 3 against the St. Louis Cardinals in St. Louis, that's not too bad. The Padres are falling apart. That's Karen McDonald's team. The one that made the bet, and then he made a double or nothing bet, and then won't pay it. Yeah. Well, I have mental illness, Kenny. I don't have to pay it. All right. Well, Billy Sellers sure shut the fuck up tonight. He just went away. I gave him every opportunity to make some type of good. Well, maybe he'll go back over to that other show and be a lot happier over there. I don't like being lied to, folks. Don't like it. But no, shout out to Clayton Kershaw. That is an amazing stat. I don't know if we'll see another pitcher get 3,000. Is anybody close, Bob? Who's the next closest guy to 3,000? It's not any Cincinnati Reds. I know that.
Well, my crack research shows that. Let's see, MLB.
No, I don't know, but I'm telling you, just my basic knowledge. I'm going to tell you, there ain't nobody else even in close. Not that's going to be around long enough to get it. We'll see.
All right. According to Baseball Reference, career leaders for strikeouts.
Well, no one's going to argue with them.
Let's see. Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw, Zach Greinke. Is he retired or is he still playing? I think
I've
Zach
heard
Greinke
the name,
retired.
but not recently.
Yeah. Chris Sale is next on the list. Chris Sale has 2,528 strikeouts, but he's 36 years old, I believe, and
Well,
in
what do most
his
pitchers average in strikeouts a year that are on top of their game and winning 20 games a year?
so let's just say the last 5 games. So our last five. So all right, last couple of years here. So in
Getting strikeouts a
2024,
game is pretty good.
yeah. So
And 300 a year, pretty amazing.
300 years is outstanding. So in the last 3 years, he's done 225, 125. I think he was hurt half of that year. Hurt most of the year for Boston.
I say he ain't
Yeah,
going to get there.
he's he'll need. He's got 115 so far this year, and
Mm-hmm.
so he's probably on a 225 pace if he stays healthy. If he can do that for
Mm-hmm.
two more years, he's got an outside chance at it.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Well, yeah. If he stays healthy and pitches as good as he is now, he might have a
Yeah.
shot.
Other than that, the next one on the list is Garrett Cole at 2251. Garrett's 34 years old.
Outside
Charlie
chance.
Morton, 41, not going to do it.
He-
You Darvish has 1700. He's a ways away. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think that's probably going to be it.
I'll be damned. All right. All right. Let's see. The Dolphins made a big trade that Pat McAfee was talking about. The Steelers picked up a couple players from Miami. Miami got a player or two from them. Seems to me the Steelers got the better end of the deal. Miami's not spending it that way, but we shall see. But apparently the guy that was in Miami didn't want to be there no more. So if your talent's not happy, get rid of him. Get somebody who is happy to be there. That's the way I
So
see it.
he's Kershaw is the 20th member of the 3,000 strikeout club. Walter Johnson, Bob
Very
Gibson
few
are
that did it with the same team, though. He was either
so
3 or 5.
he's the third. Yeah, Walter Johnson did it with the Senators. Bob Gibson did it with the
What was
Cardinals.
Walter's nickname? You know this.
Walter the Big Train. No,
Freight Train.
Walter. Yeah,
Walter Freight Train Johnson.
yeah.
He was the Freight
Let's see.
Train.
He is the fourth left-handed pitcher with 3,000 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Johnson, Steve Carlton, and CC Sabathia.
Mm-hmm.
Of the 19 pitchers to reach the 3,000 strikeout mark,
Mm-hmm.
the only ones not in the Hall of Fame right now are Roger Clemens and Kurt Schilling, plus Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander.
Showing not in. Was he accused of
He was
fucking around?
kind of in that PED thing.
Well,
and,
we knew Clemens was.
yeah, and Schilling was such an asshole to all the
He
press.
was an asshole, but that should not disqualify you.
It shouldn't, but
if numbers put you in, I'll be the first to say that Schilling should be. And I'm going to say it now. I think Clemens should be there too.
So Kershaw has struck out 959 different players on his route to 3,000. But the three batters he found on Wednesday were all first timers.
Were they
First
really?
time. Yeah.
So what's he got? 959.
959 batters. That he
I would
has struck out.
try to strike out 41 new players. I would go down to rookie ball and just start striking some motherfuckers out.
Of those 959 players, one of them is Will Venable, who is the manager of the White Sox team. Kershaw faced. So he's the fourth pitcher to reach 3,000 strikeouts.
I know that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
needs
the
to
fourth.
strike out 41 new guys.
Yeah, it's 41 new guys get up and strike out so that they can
Strike out 1,000 different players. Wow. All right. All right.
413 of his 3,000 strikeouts have been against the Giants. So there you go, Vince Russo.
I asked how much to install Wi-Fi. It says about 2,500, so $50. And the headphones here is about 1,000 pesos. So she needs about $70 to get everything she needs to do.
Good luck with that. And this is the part that sucks, right? If she can get this job, get this promotion, it will really help out. We won't have to give them near as much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we're having to fork out so much money to get her the damn job.
Get 'em there.
It's not even a promised
Jen.
job.
Oh, Jen's a $300 investment to get her where she needs to be.
Well, I mean, we invested a lot of money in Vanessa. Thank goodness that she actually did get the jobs
Yeah.
and has been able to be self-sufficient for quite a few months now. But holy Moses, it's like
Never
you
ends.
want to get them where they're on their feet, but it takes so much to get them on their feet.
Yeah. All right.
Insane.
So yeah, it's apparently roughly 3,500 pesos. What is that in American dollars?
Roughly, it's a little less than 70. So 3,500 PHP to USD should be about $62 plus, considering we don't get the exact range. Probably around about $67.
That's 67.
Yeah, roughly.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and discuss this on the air with you. I owe you $28 already. She gets paid on the 14th. I get my bonus check on the 15th, which should be pretty good.
Why don't you just not pay me the $28 right now?
Yeah.
And apply that to getting her thing.
Pay you the 28 when I get my
Talk about
bonus.
it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I'd like to get
it's not going to make any difference in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get with her after the show, and my bonus will come, well, around the 15th. If the 15th is on near a Friday, I'll get it. And if it's a little after, it might be the 18th.
15th is on a Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll get it.
Be closer to like that 17th, 18th.
I'll get it that Friday, so it'll be the 18th.
Yeah.
I guess that sounds about right.
We hope.
All right. Now that figures I'd have to wait 3 extra days. Yeah, because apparently if she gets this, she can actually start working on Monday. So, all right, let me get with her. And if anybody out there is listening to this that would like to help kick in and help, because I don't want to take away from the other families, because that's why we raised the money tonight, was to help them. So I don't want to take away from that either. So if anyone's listening that would like to be of some help, let me know. And if not, then I'm only on here rambling anyway. All righty. Oh, the microphone's all turned around. There we go. I have to talk into it that way. All righty. Well, I'm tired. So
All right.
I'm going to hop off.
Happy 4th of July to those of you who celebrate. Happy 4th
The pre-4th of July, happy birthday, America show.
Someone once asked me if they have the 4th of July in England, and I say, yes, they do. They just don't celebrate it.
They just don't. No,
they skip that day on the calendar.
In fact, Karen McDonald, if you want to get the heat off from you, send $35 now. And then you'll have done something good, and you will help us get the Wi-Fi and the headphones she needs to improve her work situation.
You'll earn some good karma.
Billy Sellers, send $50 now. And then we got her taken care of.
Yep.
Thank you, Sydney. Appreciate you dropping in. I'll get you taken care of on your merchandise here as soon as my son's back in town. Probably towards the end of next week, but we will get it out to you. Send me his address again, Bob. I think you have it. And you can friend me on Facebook. I mean, I'm not known to block you. Well, okay, so I am, but that's all right. So I lie.
It takes at least a few minutes to block.
Depends who you are. All right. So, Billy's already gone to bed because remember, Billy bails out at like 10:05 and goes to bed.
Right.
Even though the show didn't start till 10:05, I guess Billy stayed up late. You're friends with me? Well, you never write me. He says we're already friends. You never write me? All right, well, write me. Then I'll know
your address.
I'll know it's you.
And then you'll know
and send me your address. Send me your address. All right. Bob, I'll see you. Well, I won't see you Tuesday. What do you do on Nerd Nights anyway? What is Nerd Night?
I play board games is what I do. I go to a group of people and we all play
BORED.
Yeah, BOR. We play board games.
And where'd you get that dragon? I will admit, that is a good-looking dragon. Where'd you get that dragon at?
That was just an AI generated picture. It was like,
Oh, really?
draw
Is
me a
that
neon-
AI?
Yeah,
Okay.
just draw me a neon dragon. So like, we will be playing Wormspan.
Oh.
Where you get to raise your own little dragons and
Oh, well, that sounds like
that's
fun.
little cute babies. Or the other game we might play.
I'm just busy bitching about Mike Johnson.
Galilei. We're gonna learn how to do astronomy. It's
All
an
right.
educational game, sort of. Yeah.
Well, I don't want anything to do with that. If I'm going to learn
No,
something.
you have to learn shit. Forget it. All right, we'll be back on Tuesday. I won't probably. Kenny will be back on Tuesday.
I'll be back.
By the way, we joke a lot about Jason not being here. There are legitimate reasons that he's not here. So, hey, Jason, we are thinking of you. Peace out, brother. And get your ass on the show, you lazy son of a bitch.
You lazy fuck. You're no better than Mike Johnson to me.
Ouch. With that, we did say good day.
That's done.